Leonard, the last 3 weeks, you're third in the NFL in total offense and yards from scrimmage. Just want to ask you how much you relished being able to take on a larger role and kind of run with it these last 3 games.
My coach is trusting in me, the game plan, the players too also. So just taking on the role, I've been doing it my whole life too. Last year kind of helped me too. I still feel fresh, not getting the ball a lot of times, not too many bruises on my body. So I feel good. I'm in good shape right now.
You mentioned going home. How was it back home? How is it for everybody? I know they're still kind of trying to pick up the pieces after the storm.
Yeah, it's coming together. The money that a lot of people donated has really helped a lot of people back at home. I'm proud to be a part of that. My teammates' organization helped me a lot with that too. So I couldn't be more proud of his organization and my teammates for helping me get to where they need to be back at home.
How much did you raise? I know you donated 100,000.
I think total was 350. Total was 350.
Do you know kind of what that's been? I mean, I know it probably goes towards a lot of things, but what specific areas?
I'm not quite sure where God's put their money at, because it was four things they could have put it in, and I just told them whatever they felt like what needed to be done with the money, you just choose and pick. So that's what they did.
Hey Leonard, we've seen you truck guys, we've seen you juke guys. I'm curious which is more fun for you.
I don't know. My biggest goal to make guys miss. I think like go back to the Eagles game. You kind of try to put that fear in them early. In the back end of the game, they didn't want to tackle at all. So that's the biggest thing. As even with the penalty, try not to. My biggest thing growing up, our Coach Luke, always taught us, a cool head wins a hot game. So I knew in that moment when 58 was talking his talk, I would have said something back, and then they would have went down and scored on us. The loss would have been on me. So just try to keep my composure in big moments like that, just knowing it's bigger than me and think about my team.
Which coach taught you that?
I'm sorry.
Jabbar Jaluk.
Where was that at?
No, it was at well, he was my rival coach. He went to Carr, and he was my running back coach at LSU my last year.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your receiving because your receiving was certainly what's no problem in basketball. Talk about that pride.
I mean, I've always catch. I went to schools that ran the ball a lot. And also out here doing practice or after practice, me and Tom get together and we work on a couple of routes that he likes for the running backs to do and what he thinks is going to work in our game plan throughout the duration of the week. So that's about it.
Leonard, Tristan Wirfs mentioned to us that some meetings you guys are having on Fridays have really helped the run game over the last couple of weeks. Can you speak about those if you felt like things have improved?
Yeah, so me and Tom wanted to get together with a lot of the guys so we get the run game on board. The first couple of weeks we was all right, but we wasn't where we wanted to be. So we spent an hour after work every Friday going over the runs throughout the whole week, see what we liked or what were we good at and what runs we disliked, and just try to work up from there and get better.
When did that start?
It started about 2 weeks ago, I think right before the Miami game.
It really started to kind of take off around that point too.
Yeah, it's helping us a lot too. Guys knowing. So it's helping us a lot. Guys know who to go to, who to block, and who the running back's reading off of. So we're doing a tremendous job as a group. Just being proactive with each other because and here we don't have a lot of time to go over the little things, but that's what counts at the end of the day, coming together as a unit and doing it yourselves.
I know that you've talked to us a lot about just what the last year roller coaster was like for you, being an understudy, and then getting to earn that opportunity, stepping in for Rojo, and kind of never looking back. But you also talked to us about how difficult that was getting to that point. But you've also talked about just some of the challenges you've dealt with in your life, and I just kind of wonder during those moments. Was it perspective at all for you? Kind of going, well, you know what? Yes, this is adversity, but it's football adversity. I've dealt with a lot worse, or I've seen a lot worse in my life, and I was able to get through that.
I mean, it was definitely challenging for me from a football point of view. Besides an injury or anything, I've always been a guy my whole life. So just me having to take that step back, and it kind of helped me out a lot too. Just looking at it from a point of view, and as even now. I cherish every moment now, because we have great running backs. You know, we have guys on our team that's really not getting a shot to play too. So I always keep that in the back of my mind. You know, like Sneak's a great running back. You know, he can catch, run, block. You know, I think it's just at the end of the day, it's timing. You know, I guess last year in the beginning of the season, this wasn't my time. I had to go through what I had to go through for myself. I guess to help me out spiritually and mentally. And I can say last year, overall, it made me a better man. I can say that.
But does going through life adversity kind of give you some important perspective when you're going through football adversity? I mean, I know football has been life for
Yeah,
you too.
you can say that, but you got to think about football has always been like naturally my key out. I never had a problem in football, you know, and it was if I had a problem out like with life, my life problems, it was always there for football. Football kind of took that away. So when I had my life issues going on in football, it was hard for me. You know, it tested my fate, you know, each and every day. You know, like why I'm going through this or why me. But at the end of the day, I just stayed focused, kept fighting my ass off each and every day, and I was surrounded by a great group of guys, coaches, people to help me get through that. And let's thank God.
Rashard Robinson's a guy who's been up a couple times as a gunner, but now is on the roster. You guys overlapped at LSU. What do you remember about him, and especially about his speed?
He's athletic, man. He's a hard worker, long, lanky, great ball skills. He's a great guy. We was at LSU with each other. And I'm happy to see Shotty out here with us again, with me. You know, it means a lot. So I just know he's going to get in there and work his tail off.
You know, you can't develop a rhythm unless you get a lot of touches. You're getting a lot of touches now. Do you feel like you're in a really good rhythm? Maybe the best rhythm at any point in your career?
Man, we'll see. I mean, it's funny you said that. I had the same talk with my father. You know, I was doing the same thing in Jacksonville. It just we was on the opposite side of the end. We was losing, you know, and it didn't go noticed like that because we was on the losing end. But I've been doing it, you know. At this point, you know, whatever happens, happens. We have great running backs all around the board, you know, and I feel like each one of those guys can do the same thing I'm doing.
You're a three-down back now. Obviously, you can do it all. You see teams because your receivers, your tight ends, they seem to be backing off, right?
Yeah.
And what does it mean that Tom, he'll look for you? He's taking it when they leave you one-on-one or you get that route in the flat, that he goes to you every single time.
I mean, that's not just with me. I think when it's one-on-one advantages, any one of our guys can win, you know. And I think that's the special thing about this team. Whether it's run or pass, you have guys that can make those plays and one-on-ones opportunities. So I just think we just keep working at it, keep getting better, keep trusting in Tom, his decision making, and what he thinks is going to help us at the end of the day. Man, like I said, I always say the sky's the limit for this offense.
So is this the most fun you would say, Lenny, in your NFL career, with the winning, with the success that you're having? You put it all together?
Yeah, I'm happy here. I'm very happy. You know, I was happy probably my first year at Jacksonville, but it's like it's back to that. You know, I got this 1 year under my belt with a great group of guys, even people, and I love it here, and they love me. So same.
You've always described this as being last chance for you and Antonio.
Yeah.
You know, and a few weeks ago he had the 900 catch mark, and it seems like he's just having a terrific season. So
Yeah,
what's
he
it
is.
like for you, you know, to see things through his perspective or to see him having so much success?
Yeah, he's flourishing, man. You know, he's always been who he's been. And me and AB had a talk. I'm like, man, it's really the last chance you. You know, we got Richard Sherman here now. You know, it's like his second chance. So this organization is different. You know, they take care of the people here. They understand their people. They understand their players too. And when you get that kind of love back, you'll work your tail off for anybody that's doing that for you.
Before he signed with the Bucs, a lot of people thought he may never play another down of football again because of just some of the things going on for him off the
They
field.
thought the
It
same
seems like
about
that's coming
me,
together.
AB, and Rich. So we just beating the odds, you know. Like I always tell people, I just thank God for this another chance I got to play at this game I love playing.